Hello there, and thank you to SOS for sponsoring this workshop today. I am excited to combine creativity and wellness, and our topic is going to be exploring our past, present, and future through art and music. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Kim Rogers, and I am a longtime Yukoner, a mom, a musician, and I've been a counselor for over 20 years. I also have some training in expressive arts facilitation, and I own a business called Valkyrie Expressive Art Journeys. And the reason I use the Valkyrie as my business icon is because that's a powerful feminine icon from Norse mythology. And one of the things that Valkyries are known for is guiding people on personal or a spiritual journey of some sort, which is, of course, what I like to do. So that's why I called my business Valkyrie Expressive Art. So what are expressive art? Expressive art is any type of spontaneous creative activity which also has some sort of a wellness or self-awareness benefit to it. So this can be any type of artistic endeavor. It could be painting, drawing, sculpture, photography, music, dance, going out into nature and creating something artistic in nature, poetry, writing, anything like that that is done spontaneously and can lead to some sort of a self-awareness component, be considered an art activity. So how does it work? So I like using expressive arts my clients because it can be a different way to help them outside of using talk therapy, which is the most used counseling approach with clients to help them through things. It's a therapeutic way that we're all kind of accustomed to. We go to counseling, there's talking going. With expressive arts, kind of a different way to get at an issue or a challenge, or just someone differently without having to use words to do it. So the art does the talking, or the creativity, or whatever that we're doing is what actually brings the awareness or brings the insight to a problem and that kind of thing. Art or any creative opens up our brain, different from our thinking brain. Our intuitive side is our side of our brain, and our thinking analytical side is the left side, and that's what we use most often in our lives to solve problems, go to our jobs, do our daily tasks, that kind of thing. We use our left brains a lot. And so getting into our right side is more where we can open up to processes and find answers to problems that we wouldn't really maybe come to sitting thinking about using our logical brain to try and get answers. So it's sort of like a different way, really, to solve a problem, or to just look at an issue or look at ourselves. I think that doing creative activities are relaxing and naturally calming for people. It's a focus energies and your thoughts into the present rather than being scattered around. I think it's a really good way to get in what they call flow, where it's kind of you're not thinking about past or present or tasks or the minutia of your everyday, and you're just focused on what you're doing, which can be really fun. I mean, as children, we do lots of playful, fun, artistic activities. And as we grow into adulthood, we don't do as much of that. So it's a way to get back to playful selves and thinking patterns that have stuck over time. Yeah, it can really move energy along for us. and provide new insights to old problems. Also, a big component of expressive arts is what I call being witnessed. So part of what we do in these workshops is after the activity, we come back together and if we feel like it, or if we feel comfortable enough doing so, we can show what we've made to the group. And then there's some discussion around that. And that can be a really powerful component of healing. When we're seen, when we're heard, when we're appreciated, when we get validation and positive feedback and acknowledgement for something that we're presenting about ourselves, it can be really powerful to heal. So I think it's one thing to just do the activity, which in itself is very therapeutic. But I think when the rubber hits the road sometimes is when whatever you've created is seen by others and you get a chance to explain it, or to just to show a part of yourself to someone else that maybe you haven't shown before. So that, I think, is one of the key healing pieces to doing expressive arts as a therapeutic tool. So what is the difference between expressive arts facilitation, which is what I'm doing today, and art therapy? So a lot of people automatically call this art therapy, and that's okay, because it's the word that comes to us when we think of this kind of work. We automatically think, oh, it's art therapy. However, art therapy is a very different thing than expressive arts facilitation. So art therapy is a specialized field of study. It focuses on creating art with clients one-on-one. It's usually visual art as well. It doesn't often incorporate music and dance and going outside and different things like that. Expressive arts is more broad, where art therapy is very much visually based on drawing, painting, that kind of thing. Yeah, and so I think art therapists, they work with clients more one-on-one in a therapeutic setting, clinical practice, for instance. And I think what happens is they're usually working toward a specific psychological outcome client. And this usually takes place with an established relationship client. So art therapists work with people one-on-one, usually for a fairly long period of time, to establish trust and establish a therapeutic relationship and work toward a specific goal through doing art. The work is aimed toward deep and specific psychological or behavioral changes or results. So in contrast, expressive arts practitioners be social workers, counselors, teachers, or mental health care providers who receive training that enables them to lead a broad range of creative activities in their work with people, which adds to the helping work they already typically do. So for instance, I am a registered social worker and I've been a counselor for 20 years. So my main wheelhouse is counseling, which is typically taught. And I do a lot with clients. However, expressive arts is sort of a tool in the toolbox that I can pull out when I need it, or if I want to use it, or if a client wants to use it, and I can kind of add it on to the work that I'm already doing. Expressive arts can be practiced in a variety of settings besides clinical practice. So it can be done in workshops, in hospitals, schools, correctional facilities, and workplaces. And also online, like we're doing right now, where I may not even have met any of the people who are joining into the workshop today. However, we're going to do an expressive arts activity. So it's very different than art therapy, which is usually based on, it's more one-on-one, it's more established relationship with client. So expressive art facilitators design creative activities that are designed to guide clients to discover their own insights and reach their own meanings in what they're creating. And the activities might have a theme. Like today, we have a theme. and usually in the workshops that I lead online here for SOS, all have a theme, but it doesn't have to. Sometimes you can sit down with a client and just put some art supplies out and see what happens. So in that way, expressive arts can be a little more open-ended that way, in being more spontaneous and not really, I guess art therapy can as well, but an expressive arts therapist is more there to kind of provide the container for the client to guide themselves along and come to their own conclusions and their own insights about whatever it is they want to find out that day. It doesn't have to be for a specific behavioral outcome. So that, I think it's just important to differentiate between what art therapists do and what expressive arts facilitators like myself do. So what are we doing today? Well, we're going to, the goal is to get some insight about our past, our present, and our future. And I love this theme, and I've used it a few times on these SOS workshops in different ways, because I think it's just it's a way to get a snapshot of where we are, and it can be done really easily within 2 hours. And it's something that doesn't involve too much digging into our lives. It's just trying to get, some insight and some reflection on our past, our present, and our future, and kind of get a sense of where we've been and where we'd like to go and that kind of thing. So we're going to do that today through choosing songs and then creating artwork to match or go with the songs that we choose. So I'm going to be inviting everyone to choose 3 songs from their libraries or from the internet or from their record collection or wherever they have access to music. It can be any kind of music at all. And I just would like people to think about a song that might represent their past or something from their past or a way of being that they used to be. And then pick a song that represents more of the present and where are you now and how are you now? And then a song that represents your future to you and where you think you're going or where you would like to go. And then once you have your songs chosen, to just get out some art supplies of your choosing. You can use drawing, painting, multimedia, sculpture, collage, or photography even. Just whatever you're comfortable doing. You could just use a pen or a pencil, it doesn't matter. But I would really like to invite people to just create something that matches with the music that they choose for their past, present, and future. And then after that, we'll come together and we'll talk about what we've done, if you feel comfortable doing so. Some people like to show their artwork, some don't. Some like to just talk about what they learned about themselves through doing the activity, and that's fine too. It's pretty wide open to suit people's comfort level. So I usually begin these activities with a guided visualization, and I have one prepared here today for this activity. And once I read that, then we will have some time to do some art, and then we'll have some time to come together and discuss. So after the visualization, the video will be closed off for the day, and the people who want to watch it later can tune in and watch it up until the end of the visualization, and then they can do their artwork as they choose to after that. So let's get settled for our visualization. And this is just kind of to bring us into the present, get us all ready to be creative, to quiet our minds, provide a little bit of focus so that we can create something. Okay, so I invite you to orient yourself in a position and a place that feels natural for you. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your back, your facial muscles, and anywhere else in your body that you may be holding hidden tension. Rest your feet in a comfortable place. Let your body sink into wherever you are. If you like, you can close your eyes or direct a soft gaze onto something nearby. Prepare to breathe some clean, white, soft air in, taking one very deep breath down into your belly, and then breathe out all that air within you that is dark or carrying with it old energy. Soft whiteness coming in, old energy going out in a rhythm that feels comfortable for you, while emptying your mind as best you can from all the noise and chatter and details of your day-to-day life. Set aside whatever worries you are carrying for later, as you prepare to take a break today that will take you on a short journey. A journey that is supported and safe and has something to teach and help you with. Picture yourself at the foot of a beautiful hiking trail, rising out of a deep green forest, bordered by fireweed and yellow and white wildflowers. The noon air is fresh and cool. The sun is warming on your face, and you feel fit and strong as you start off toward the summit of a large hill. It's a short, gentle hike with much to see as you climb. There's a lake below and snow-capped mountains off in the distance. The sky is deep blue and not a cloud to be seen. Bees are buzzing and a raven is croaking overhead. The breeze rustles some nearby leaves. After a time, as you approach the top of the grassy hill, you see a person sitting calmly on a large rock outcrop. They are watching you. At first, you can't see who it is, but as you get nearer, you recognize this person. This is the you from your past. You are surprised to see them there. You feel a little startled by their presence at the top of the hill, but you have come too far to turn back now. And as you reach this past version of yourself, they nod their head at you in recognition without speaking. You nod back at them. It appears they have been waiting there for you. You take a moment to look at this person, noticing them from head to toe. How are they situated on the rock? What are they wearing? How old or young are they? And what is the expression on their face and in their eyes? What is the energy you feel now that you've come into this person's presence? Are you happy to see them? Afraid? Angry? Or perhaps sad? It's okay. All of these feelings are being held for you in safekeeping now. Time stands still as you look into the eyes of your past self for a lingering moment, while taking a long, deep breath of white softness into your heart that goes all the way down into the very center of you. This past version of you is asking to be honored for a short while. They are gently asking you to invite in who you once were, any memories you have, pleasant or difficult, and give them a voice. The past has come here to show you your progress and growth. The past is here to help you, to show you how far you've come through all that you've survived in this life's journey so far, and to guide you in the present. Open your heart to receive whatever messages and lessons arrive for you from this past place as you continue to breathe the clean, pure summer air. After a while, this past version of you starts to change. And before your very eyes, this person turns into the you of the future. You take time to observe this transformation happening, making sense of who and what appears before you now, once your future self comes into view. How is this future version of you situated on the rock now? What are they wearing? How old or young are they? And what is the expression on their face and in their eyes? What is the energy you are feeling in the presence of this person? Are you happy to see them? Is there fear, excitement? Perhaps there is a welcoming of what they are bringing to you. Be open now to receive whatever gifts and experiences are arriving for you from this future place as you continue to rest, relax, and breathe in this beautiful place. This future version of you is on your side, helping, guiding, bringing into focus for you the things that are rightfully yours to claim in this life. And picture yourself now turning into a beautiful light blue vapor and floating down the hill you've climbed, back through the forest, past the wildflowers, slowly returning to your heart, back inside your body, in the place you are situated right now. As you journey back to the you of the here and now, open your mind and your heart to welcome in the creativity that is being offered as a gift for today. You are going on a short journey towards some gentle and helpful insights, a journey to 3 different versions of yourself through time. Take some time to notice where you are right now in your space as you embrace the present you of this time we are sharing together. At this time, I would like to thank the people who are tuning in later. The video is going to end shortly here as the folks who are on the live can do their artwork and then continue with our witnessing at the end. So I invite you to continue on with the activity. Choose your 3 songs, make your 3 artworks that go with the songs. If you would like to debrief the activity with me, or talk about it, or ask questions about it, or get more information about it, I do invite you to contact me on my website, which is Valkyrie Expressive Art Journeys. It's a little hard to spell that word. That's why I hold this up, so people have a sense of how it's spelled. Or you can find contact information for me on the SOS website, where you obtained the link to this workshop. And I'm always open to feedback or people who tune in to reach out to me to talk about what they've created. That's part of what I do, and that's part of what I love to do. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.